Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Seismic 4212 toy hauler. You guys picked a beautiful unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, try to show you a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you got these big awnings to come out, and you also have a side deck. Leave plenty of room for them to come out. Then over on your off campsite, of course, your slides. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So you leave yourself a nice walking path, because your power is going to plug in all the way on the rear corner on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And then your water connections, your whole docking station, is going to be in our front compartment here on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, we're going to unhook your hitch. Hitch band will go over this with you, but you've got the equalizer system. Simply turn that on. You're going to lift up the front, get up off your hitch, pull your vehicle away, and then you're going to hit auto level. Auto level is going to run all your auto leveling systems down. May bring up your landing legs up and down until this whole unit's level. Once it is level, you'll hear this beep and that light will flash. Once it's flashing, our unit's level and stable, and we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Big long 50 amp cord here. The way the new ones go on now is they'll go into the left. There'll be a little knob. Push it in, turn it to the right, and then put on your washer. That'll lock it on. At the end of this 50 amp service, should you need to plug into 30 somewhere, there's your 50 amp down to 30. If you ever need to plug in a home or any other 110, you got a 30 down to 15 amp. Goes your convenience pack. Once you got a power hooked up, let's go ahead and hook up our water. Now, Jayco made their docking real easy. Got a docking station here, directions, 4 different knobs to turn. Here's your city water inlet. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up to your city water. Hook up your hose. Then we're going to turn this to city water. White down, green to the left, red up, blue to the left. We match that. Now, one more thing before turning on your water. Come over here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left that out the last time you were camping. Go ahead and get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, after that hose has been on for a little while, we can go inside and deploy our slides because we're level and stable. What I need you to do is go inside and open up your water taps. Open up all your water taps, get a nice steady flow of water going through there. You know all the air is out of the lines and that your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. I'll show you where to do that when we go inside. Now let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna hook up at a campsite. We're gonna go out dry camping somewhere, boondocking. Well, in that case, we have 2 steps to make. We're still gonna fill up right here. Use your water pressure regulator again. We're gonna start with a power tank fill. White down, green left, red up, blue down. Treat your hot water heater the same way. Turn that hose on. Then you want to go inside and where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, watch your freshwater tank. Once that freshwater tank is full, go ahead and remove your hose. Then switch to dry camping. White down, green and red up, blue to the left. Now we've got water from the tank via the pump, and you can turn on your water pump. Here's one spot you can turn it on. Remember, don't turn on your water pump when using city water, just when dry camping after filling your tank. Just remember, on wherever you turn on your water pump, also turn it off at the same spot. Don't think you can turn on your water pump out here to utilize that water and then shut it off indoors. Wherever you turn it on, shut it off in the same spot. All right, we got power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, starting here in the docking station. Again, our stabilizing system. Over here is prepped for cable, or excuse me, prepped for solar. You can plug in your solar panel there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. Again, your water pump. Over here is your cable. All your directions for everything here. You have a spray port hose that'll hook up to this hot and cold shower here. Your city water connection. Black tank flush. We'll talk about your black tank flush when we dump these black tanks, black and gray tanks. And down here you have an access panel to run all those hoses down through. Inside your storage here, you have a light that'll go to motion light or just turn on regular. 110 out here. This is a freshwater bottle that you can fill up and take with you, and I will show you inside where you have a spigot that'll directly draw from that. Over here, propane. There's your regulator. Simply lefty loosey to open. You see it turn green. That means you got gas. It's exhaust for your generator. We'll get to that when we get around the front. This is the flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It will get hot. Make sure nothing's ever blocking it. Again, your hot water heater. There's one of our dumps. There's a low point drain for freshwater tank. The other low point drain will be that blue one right there. Access to the back of your fridge. Now, this is a vent you can push out from indoors. It'll help vent your garage. This is your garage bathroom, black and gray holding tanks. Your fueling station. Again, your power. Ladder. Just remove these cotter pins. Fold this out away from you. Go up there and check the seams of your roof. A couple times a year, walk it, check your seams, caulk as needed. Make sure that you use recommended RV roofing caulk. Check you already have your backup camera on here. You also have an awning back here and your garage that will open up here shortly after I head around here. Your two big awnings both have pitch adjust. You can pull down on that and send all the rainwater this way. Prep for a TV outside. Plug in a cable in 110, set a TV on a table out here. Again, a vent that you can push out from indoors. Spare tire manual crank. Up underneath is your spare tire. Your separate garage entryway. And your side deck. We'll get that opened up here shortly too. Another low point drain up here. Inside your storage area here, another light. Your vacuum. Simply hook up your vacuum attachments here. Crank that on. This is a manual hand crank for your Thule awning on the rear. It's a manual override. Here's your hand crank for your spare tire. And this is your winterization hose. Propane here. And on the front, your generator. We'll crank that up here for you shortly. This is your leveling system hydraulics. And of course your battery. Check those posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. And speaking of battery, this is your battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. And that about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming in your entry doorway. First thing I like to point out in every unit is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming in immediately to your right, I'll point this little thing out. You'll see a few of these. This is a little device that helps read the temperature in the unit, making your thermostat work better. Max air vent. Simply touch that. Come on all the way down here to the end, above your kitchen. It's going to open and turn on your max air vent. It's got 4 different speeds that you can control from here. Fan off, it closes and shuts itself off. Below that, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Highly recommend having fuses with you when you go camping. And lastly, down here on the floor, a spot for shoes and a vacuum. Sweep everything here. Away it goes. Now coming into your living room, opening up this first panel. Starting up top, this is your GP Electric Go Power solar panel control unit. What this does is it limits the amount of solar power that goes to your battery so you don't overcharge your battery. You see right now your 12 volt battery is at 13.9, which is fine. I will send you a separate video on this from GP Electric. Real easy, nothing to worry about there. Here's your fueling station button. Turn that on. Let's touch our pad over here. So go to the home button. You can control your climate, which is your heat and air, your lights, your motors, your tanks, your energy, or come down them individually, which is what we'll do. Starting on tanks, here's where you can watch to see where your fresh black and gray tanks fill up. Up here's another spot you can turn on your water pump. Turn on your water heater hooked to electric here. Your water heater hooked to gas here. This is a tank heater. It's a little pad that's on your tanks in case you get in inclement weather. You want to turn them on to keep them from freezing. Down here you can run your auto leveling system. Temperature. Let's go ahead and turn your AC on. Hear that cranking through the system and I feel it. Shut your AC off. Now we're going to change this mode to heat. Kicks your AC off, turns your heat on. Now I'm going to shut the heat off. Show you that working. And lastly, you also have just a fan or a cool auto. Shut that back off. Over here, your lights. You can scroll this and turn on and off all of your lights in here. Let me do the kitchen pendant, upper accents. So turn all of them on by touch button. Tire pressures and your battery. Up here is where you start your generator. Show you that purring for you real quick. Now I'll show you can also, if you're not familiar with generators, you can also start and stop it out here. You never want to start it right up and turn it right off, so I'm letting it run for a second. But if you decide you want to start it from out here instead of your control panel, you'll hold down on prime right here. Hold down on this, the same button as stop. You hear it sucking the fuel in. Maybe 15-20 seconds. Just hold start down and it'll start up out here as well. Coming back down here. 1, interior lights. 2, exterior. 3, both. Here's a spot another spot you can turn on your water pump. Again, wherever you turn it on, shut it off at the same spot. Go over here and touch one of these arrows. We'll go back to the beginning here. That's off. Next is pair. Go to your device, get the BM Pro app, and you can do almost all of this from your phone. Stand outside, open your slides, be in your bed, shut off all your lights at night on your phone. That's where you can pair your device to the BM Pro app. awning number 1. To show you how those awnings, you only want to run them out until you see that flap fall down to 90 degrees. That will run itself out beyond that, so keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out farther than it needs to be. And then awning number 2. We'll go ahead and run that back in. Sure I got my finger on it. There we go. Got our awnings in. Continue our tour. Slide 1, slide 2, and off. Extend and retract. Below that, your TV. Got your remotes right here. This TV comes on. You go below that. I got that, man. Shut that off. JBL sound system. Set to Bluetooth. You can go through here, make it FM. Channel scans.
Williams, you watch me live on TV.
And I'm that voice for movies you watch on demand. DirecTV Stream brought us together.
So 3 zones. Shut it off in here. Turn it on back in the garage, or outside, or all 3. Bluetooth, USB, auxiliaries. Nice sound system here. Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and make it brighter or dimmer on the flames. But the biggest thing is the heat, folks. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas, crank this up. This will get it warm in here in no time. 4,700 BTUs. You have these removable trays here. You have a light, massage, and heat. A few of these around, just different places you can turn the AC on, your lighting. The recliners are all pull. We pull up on the parachute poles, what we like to call those. You use your feet to put them back down. Coming into the kitchen here, you do have a light, high-low exhaust on your self-explanatory microwave. Down here for your gas, you have an oven light, panel light. Turn that to high, push your spark, and once your gas is on, that'll light up here. On the oven, turn it to light, press in for your spark, that'll light your oven. More directions on your stove inside your oven. You also have an oven light here. Fireplace and sound system remote in this drawer. Pop-up power tower, we call these. USB ports and 110s. Just simply hide them. Pull out on this ladder to get up to your top bunk area. Also, storage. Over here to your Norcold fridge. Turn that on. So, we're going to turn it on auto. Auto shows gas and electric. That means whenever you're plugged in, you're running off power. As soon as you unplug, it goes to gas. You can make it strictly power or strictly gas. If your gas is low, a light will come on. Hold that in to shut it off. Down here next to your stove is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention that is 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, and you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Coming up your hallway into your bathroom. A couple things to talk about in here for travel. Make sure that this bathroom shower door is snapped open. You also have 110 with GFCI reset in here. Lighting, a hand crank open power exhaust vent. Come back to your bedroom. Television here. Remote in your drawer. I think you already know this stores away simply by pressing down on the top. Your release button is here, just below your accent light and your charging station. Simply press down on the top and the whole thing clicks down in there. There is your washer and dryer. Another door to make sure that you snap open for travel. There's your connections, and there's your vacuum system. Underneath your bed, there's tons more storage. Yet another door to make sure that you have snapped open for travel. More lighting in here, and you can control this slide from in here. Alright, let's go check out your garage. So I've took the liberty of bringing the bed halfway down already. Underneath here, these are controls. One is a bed. I'm going to run that down. I'm going to show you the top bunk is going to stop at a certain point. As I run that down, that is a ladder for your deck. We'll get your deck open here shortly. One way to stop that bouncing is to go ahead, pull back on this, and roll these forward. Do one-handed, one moment. Got this one released to show you how them roll back. And just continue to bring them down. Underneath your cushion, your mattress here, is the table. You simply set these table legs down in here and set the table on top of them. This is a safe place to store them. Now, to show you how to run these up and not have the top bunk come down with it. On each corner, you've got these little pieces. Flip them forward on all four corners. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow the top bunk to lock itself up there. Once it's up, and it'll show you how to do that right here. Bring these forward and run your bunk up. And as your bunk gets to the top, you will hear it click in. Now you can bring down just the chairs. Run that back up for you. You have legs here that you can bring down for extra support on the chairs, or if you use it as a bed. You have an extra fire extinguisher back here. You have a nice screen door for your patio. Got the TV up here. Show you that working real quick. Also up underneath here is your rear awning control.
Right from home.
So the TV working. These are all individual lighting. Or you can shut the ceiling off from here. And you do have your extra bathroom in here. Half bath. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's go check out your decks. Now we're going to open up your side patio. Once you unlock these, just turn these out. And walk it down. It is spring assisted, so it does come down rather easy. Setting up your deck. Unsnap both ends. And this entire thing should stand up. Once it does, have to get up there and so come up to your deck here and release that little snap. What you do, you can swing these out. See, they will snap right in there. Another snap here for this one. You see they snap right in. There's your front deck. Reverse the process. Set down on that. Fold it in. Snap it back closed. Same thing over here. And then this will lay right back down. Also here, here's your other television. And outdoor fridge. Yes, it slides out. Back inside. And simply lift this back up. Now we're going to set your back deck down. Again, spring assisted, so it goes down pretty easy. 2 people, preferably 1 person can do it. And of course, remove these cotter pins in order to make this a ramp. To make it a deck, start by unsnapping these. We lift our side up, so it's up, swing this forward, that will snap in there. See how those set up? Same thing over here, stand it up, bring this part around, oh, get another snap to undo. Swing this part around here. Now your metal ladder that's in the back, 2 pieces, simply slide into that. That'll give you a ladder for your deck. And there's your deck all set up. Reverse the process to bring everything down. Push this in. Do up our first snap. Another one here. So to get that to lay, you want to lift up on it. Lift and then lay. Kind of hard to do one-handed here. Let me see. I'll show you. There it goes. Same thing over here. Just unsnap this. Swing that back in. Another snap. And then lay this side down. Simmer in, readjust these, them back in, hold them closed for you. Now lifting this up, your biggest concern is make sure your cables stay inside. Your cables, make sure them are tucked in both sides. Let's see how. Lock it up. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Come to my control panel. I saw my awning lights on, so I'm going to touch number 2 to shut them off. Go here to my control panel. Go to my lighting. Excuse me, go to my lighting. Make sure all that goes off. Once all my lighting's off, I can look through and see if I've left any individual lighting on. Light above the stove. Just one touch. Now we're going to secure all doors and drawers. Once I've gotten them done, come back to my control panel. Come back here, turn our lights on. We're going to go to slide number 1. We're going to hit retract. That's going to be our bedroom slide. That's going to start to come in, but I'm also going to show you that you can also run it in from up here. Again, doors and drawers. Make sure these doors and drawers are closed. Just hit retract here. Close that door. Come up here, hit my arrow to slide number 2. Hit retract. That'll bring this one. Actually close this door a little bit. You see the importance of having all your cabinets closed? We utilize every inch on these things. You don't want to rip off cabinets just bringing everything in. So importance again, doors and drawers all closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Once they're ran in, hit number 1. That shuts off all of our interior lighting. Exit the unit. Now for these steps, the biggest thing on them is you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, when you lift this, that piece right there could catch. Simply set it inside. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. At this point, we're going to unhook our power, our water, and our cable. Come to our control panel again. Turn on our power. Hit all retract. That's going to bring up all of your stabilizing jacks. Once them are up, you again will lift the front up, get your hitch back on, bring that down, take and head out and up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your main dump is going to be in front of your tires, but then you've got an extra dump back there. You can get a bigger, longer, stronger sewage hose, but we've got a 10-foot one that comes in your convenience pack. First one we're going to start it up front. Now hook up to that sewage hose, but before dumping our sewage, we're going to dump some low point drains at the dump station. Get up underneath here. If we are dry docking, dry camping out in the woods, you can go ahead and pull that freshwater low point drain. Then you come over here and open up that low point drain. Once them are done, come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out. Push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then you can pull your drain plug. Got all our waters drained. Got our sewage hooked up. We're going to come up here and pull our black handle. Now again, that's going to be our sewage. Once that's done, you can go inside and hold down the black water, or go to your black water button and you can tell whether or not that's empty, or just listen to tell when it's no longer draining. When it is, leave this black handle open. With your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose at this dump station. Hook that hose up, turn that on for a good 5 minutes with this handle open, and wash your black tank out. Once all that nastiness is out of there, go ahead and close that water off. Make sure this is done draining, then close it and pull your gray handle. Now, gray handle is going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. Have to clean your sewage hose out a little bit for you. Close that. Take this sewage hose. I do want to mention, you want to make sure that you open this before pulling your drains down there. Take your sewage hose and come on back to this dump. Back here, your handles are here. Again, pull in the right order. Black holding tank, and then gray holding tank. That'll be cleaner waters. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. You can store it in a nice sanitary place and head out home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Seismic for many years to come. Happy camping.